How have things been going last week or so since we talked?
A little bit of flu, a little bit of, and I guess it's on campus a little bit. So KD, I don't know if you remember for pro day. You remember he had that virus in his eyes a little bit. Still got it, and so he went through pro day. He kind of toughed it out. That was last Tuesday, and really since then it's been off and on. And when he perspires, it gets into his eyes. So we're going to hold him out probably until Thursday. You're getting close to end season now, and we've got that private scrimmage on Sunday. So hopefully we'll get him back on Thursday. Wendell was out over the weekend and missed yesterday with the flu, but he got a flu shot, and that actually kind of allowed him to bounce back much quicker. So he'll come back today. Big Alexander's out today. So we got three guys out, and actually it's kind of going through campus a little bit. So you kind of like in the next week or so, just don't want that phone ringing. Hey, we got another guy out. So we got 3 guys involved with the flu. So.
Bruce, how's Chance doing on his rehab?
Chance is doing good. Just we'd love to get a little bit of swelling out to be able to let him do a little bit more. That swelling coming out will determine how quickly we can get him back. Chance was, clearly one of our top guards through the summer, and he really missed a great deal of the fall, in the sense that he was experiencing lots of pain and injury before we had the surgery, and we were doing a lot of rehab, which helped him kind of when it came to prehab for his surgery. But Chance has pretty much missed the fall, and so he'll be back in let's just say 3 more weeks. And so what is it going to be like when he comes back? Because we'll be starting to play right about then. So that'll be a bit of a challenge. Other than that, we're healthy. Other than the 3 guys with the flu and then Chance.
How's Al Flanagan look since he returned?
Better. The key for Al is to utilize his athleticism to be a great player on the floor, and that's the transition that he's trying to make. And so he's in shape. He looks good, and we've just got, again, we talked about the competition. We got great competition. Him and Chris are a great example of 2 guys. I couldn't tell you right now who would start. I'd probably give Chris the nod because he's been out there the whole time. But KD and Zep, Wendell has probably got a lead on Trey, and his Chance is out. But Jalen and Yohan, Janai, and Dylan. So it's as we've said from the beginning, we've got really good depth.
When you talk about Flanagan just being a better player on the floor, you talk about being more consistent, not turning the ball over, shooting better.
Just being productive, obviously shooting better percentages, and both from 3 and at the rim. He's always been a really good free throw shooter. How do you use your physicality? How do you use it defensively? How do you use it rebounding wise? How do you, be productive like that? And so, working through all that. And my guess is we have SEC Media Day, tomorrow. And once again, we'll probably be picked in the top 5 or 6 teams in the league. And how many of our players will be, first or second team? I'm not sure how many teams they have, but it'll probably be the same thing. It's going to be harder. Will Wendell be the best point guard? Will KD be on that list? Where will they put our freshmen compared to the other freshmen? So, typically we get ranked pretty good as a team, but our individuals don't get much notice.
What's I guess your focus at this point in camp, leading up to that first game? What are you looking for from your team at this particular?
So today, as we sit, we have officials coming in today. And what do we have? 3 weeks before we open, roughly speaking. I'm gonna try to make today as game-like as I can, even though, again, I said that, and yet I've got 3 or 4 things I've got to teach before practice to make this a better scrimmage, and so I'm not exactly going to be able to do it. But I'm going to try to play 4 7.5-minute games today. Half of it will be best on best, and half it'll be us against the scout team. And I still think I got to keep teaching. I got to keep on having them understand our system. While I'm doing that, we'll be evaluating to say, okay, who starts and who comes off the bench? What combinations, play better together? We played a combination of Dylan and Yo on the front line, and Jalen and Janai in the summertime. And I want to try to mix those combinations up to see if rather than okay, which individual's playing better, maybe there's a combination that's playing better. And then keep learning for the next 3 weeks.